now welcome to this channel where we give now bonge update on wetin dey happen for Biafran territory and how the zoo dey enter gbege. This one na about Shell company wey dey drain oil for Niger Delta and Biafran territory for more than 70 years. We don kpai our people. This lady, Michaela Leach, na one young girl from Britain and Jamaica. She dey call Biafrans our siblings, our family, when she dey attack the president or the CEO of Shell for London yesterday. I want make una listen to this. If person wey no be even Indibo, wey no be Biafran, they speak out for Indibos, talk less of our own brethren Indibo wey dey Germany, they play one Nigerianist. It's so annoying. Make una listen to these things.
2 minutes. I said 1 to 2 minutes.
Destroying our lives are numbered.
You're going to be asked to leave the audience. Security, leave it for a minute.
On account of your fossil fuel production in the Niger Delta in Nigeria, the life expectancy there is currently only between 41 and 46 years of age. That's younger than most of the people in this room today. How can you be comfortable profiting from limiting the lives of millions of people? The money that lines your pockets and allows you to comfortably grow old prevents that same dignity for people in the Niger Delta. In the 70 years where you made stupendous profits for your shareholders, you transformed the Niger Delta into the most polluted place on earth, and its people among the poorest and most poisoned. In that period, your company has been complicit in flaring gas non-stop at 178 flare points all over the Niger Delta, emitting millions of tons of CO2 yearly and poisoning over 40 million people with cancer and other respiratory illnesses. Several reputable studies have established that methane, carbon dioxide, and other chemicals from flared gas poison people with cancer, respiratory illnesses, birth defects, and diseases of the skin. When it rains, the poisonous chemicals in the atmosphere return to further pollute the soil and rivers, reducing farm fertility and killing fishes. Several scientific reports, including those from the United Nations Environment Programme, have been published, all of them indicting you for massive pollution and poisoning. They have confirmed that your activities have led directly to major health risks and livelihood losses. This is not speculation, these are facts. But it feels important now to share a human story. Our friend's only water source, a hand-dug well, has produced nothing but crude oil for 3 years. In 1 year alone, our friend unexpectedly lost his sister, his father, and his baby niece. Up until now, Shell has refused to accept that its ruptured pipe is the source of the pollution that has contaminated the drinking water of the entire community.
I'm sorry, could you maybe ask a question? I said 1 to 2 minutes. I've already given you 3 or 4. Sorry, could you ask a question?
Thank you. Heartbreakingly, this is the reality for countless families as a result of your pollution. Who will fix the health of millions of people you have poisoned? For years, you have pushed back against the legal case from the Igale and Bile communities, against you for your decades and decades of pollution. The Igale and Bile communities are many of hundreds of communities whose livelihoods have been devastated by Shell and who are now suing Shell this year in the UK courts for a violation of their health and for their right to health and a clean environment. It's convenient that this case coincides with you selling off your onshore oil assets to shadow consortiums that were conveniently only set up recently. Now that the case can be heard in the UK courts, we know that you are rushing to sell off your assets to avoid accountability. You're attempting to walk away from 7 decades of reckless oil extraction and its attendant ecological health and livelihood impacts. As you always have, you're attempting to avoid justice and reparations.
Okay, we've got your
question. We will not let you do that. You will not get away with the destruction of our communities. People across the world are rising up against the Delta and against Shell.
I said 1 to 2 minutes.
Your days of profiting from our destroying our lives are numbered.
You're going to be asked to leave the audience. I've heard your question.
Other people have had more time than me to ask questions.
Can you please go this way, please? Thank you.
Just finish your question.
Leave it for a minute. Security, leave it for a minute. Leave it for a minute. No. Please leave it for a minute. Leave it for a minute. Could you maybe turn and face the? Could you face the people who you're asking the question?
Yes, I can.
And I think you've asked your question.
I haven't asked my question. My question is, who will clean up nearly 70 years worth of oil spills and gas flaring in the Niger Delta? Who will fix the health of indigenous people? Who will restore their livelihood?
Okay, thank you.
I just want you to know that your days of profiting off our lives are numbered.
Right. Okay.
And we will end your profits. We will end your company. You do not deserve to continue profiting from us.
Yes, now welcome back from the updates. Now see how the lady they cry. To this and say, the security, they gather am, they oppress am. Now see how emotional she they cry for the video. You know, when we as indigenous people from different parts of the zoo, we know if we stand up to fight for our own right, it dey pay me. To speak up, now wala, people no want speak up. To stand for the truth, see person we no be even in our family. A mama na Jamaican, a papa na British citizen, and she look like half caste. She no look too. She look half caste, but I never really see the papa. I never see the papa picture. So person like that, if they call use now like our land, you no go keep profiting from our land. What about the indigenous people? If that kind of person they talk like that, waiting you as a real person we come from that place, they do. Waiting you as person we be from that place, the only thing they say, person we they try fight for the liberation of Indigbos and Biafra from the zoo. Now some of them, they fight them. Now see say sometimes it go be like say cause they follow some people. And by the grace of Chukwu Kikabiama, no matter how those people try, they no fit overcome us. I won't make when I listen to Shani Shehu. You don't talk about Bill Nnamdi Kanu, because this thing way they do to Nnamdi Kanu, not just intentional thing. Make na yeah.
Longer Nnamdi Kanu remain in prison, the more the cause he is fighting for is being flourished by his own detention. Tinubu is a president that came from the trenches. He is one of those who fought for democracy and freedom. And I believe, if not for the fact that he went to exile, he could have ended up in prison with us in the 90s. Then someone of his own stature cannot be lectured about democracy or human rights, because we are all in the trenches fighting. So my expectation is that the problem cannot be solved by keeping the leader of the struggle perpetually in prison. You don't solve the problem. You can only solve the problem if you discuss the problem.
Yes, now you're waiting Sani Shehu talk. Now the first time we are go hear and they talk something we make sense for in life once. Because all waiting we know say na Fulani, and all the old team is saying na Fulani agenda, he didn't they always follow. But thank God, Chukwu Kikabiama will touch some people's hearts to speak out. Because this so-called Tifnubu way we know him as, he too claims say he fight for the liberation of the zoo from the hands of Sani Abacha. But today, you can't become the president of the zoo. The person where they speak out for in people, Omadike one, you no one release them. Even though say they claim say Igbo elite say make you no release them, but no be you be the president of the zoo. No wala, you go collect in Wøtø very soon. By the grace of Chukwu Kikabiama. For this matter, I'm going to rest my case now. Thank you.